So, welcome back to another episode, and I thought I'd have a little bit of fun and talk about a big controversy that the entire community is talking about right now, and that is Metal Gear Solid 5. Yes, oh my god, what a can of worms this really is. First of all, I'll put it to you guys, are you getting the game? Are you not getting the game? Are you just boycotting, Konami for all their stuff? Let's get into it. So let me start. Let me say I have always been a Metal Gear fan. I always have been. Especially the Metal Gear Solid 1. That's the one that really did it. The NES games were kind of cool, but I never really got into it. But it wasn't until I played on the PlayStation, I was like, religious experience. It really hit me, and after that, finished every single Metal Gear game up to now. Now, it's been a good ride, hasn't it? It's been a good ride, and I love David Hayter. I've always loved his voice. Who didn't? So initially, when they said we're replacing him with Kiefer Sutherland, and let me put it out there. I love Kiefer Sutherland. I think he's a great actor, but I was like, they're replacing Snake, the iconic voice of Snake, and they said it because he's older and all that. Sure, it kind of hurt. That was the first, little chink into the armor of Konami. A company also that I've loved my entire life since the earliest of Gradius and the Mystical Ninja on the Super Nintendo. So that was the first thing. I'm like, okay, they're changing the voice. I'm like, I don't know how I feel like about that, but I'm like, well, maybe they have a point to it. Sure, I'll let it go. And then all this shit started coming out about the problems with Kojima and all of that. I was like, oh shit, there's something really going on there. And we all love Kojima as well. He's the godfather of the Metal Gear series. He's been there through them all. He's handcrafted them all with such incredible precision. So it's like, okay, there's some problems there. And then Ground Zeroes. Remember Ground Zeroes came out? And that was a huge controversy. Like a 15-minute demo game. A lot of people took it as. I know I did. I wasn't happy about that. So it brings me to this point now, you know what I mean? And Konami going mobile only. Holy crap. Metal Gear Solid 5 is coming out in the worst time it could ever possibly come out. Am I getting the new Metal Gear Solid 5? Am I personally buying it? My answer is yes. I absolutely am buying it, and I'm going to tell you my reasons. There's all the controversy. I know. Trust me, I know more than anybody. But to me, what this means is this is the final Metal Gear game. The final one in the series. And I know that Kojima and Konami have had their problems and they're splitting ways. But Kojima created this game. To me, it is the end of an era for Metal Gear, for the entire series. It's the end of it all. And I'm going to support the game. I don't support Konami. I don't support any of their decisions, but I want to see Kojima's final game. I really do. I'm going to look at it as a love song. The final one that is controversial, came out at a bad time. A lot of bad things were going on with it. But in the end of the day, it's a Metal Gear game. And it's the final Kojima Metal Gear game. And I'm going to support it because of that. Because he worked on it. Because it's his baby to the end, no matter what. No matter what Konami has done, and Jesus Christ, I know. I'm just pissed off about all the situation, because in a way, this is a bittersweet, sad moment. It's the end of Metal Gear, as we know it. Oh, unless you want Metal Gear Mobile, which I'm not interested in. I'm not interested in any mobile game from Konami. I never will support them after this. I don't think I ever will support Konami after this. I don't think they're going to create any games that I could support them for, even if I did like them, which I really don't these days. So that's my take on it. That's what I think. And a lot of my friends have said, they're not supporting the new Metal Gear game, and I respect that. I understand. I totally get it. I totally understand. I'm going to get the game because I love Metal Gear. Fucking goddamn them. I fucking love Metal Gear. And I want to see his final swan, final swan song to the series, and see it cast off into the sea, and and I want to be there playing it. I want to experience it. But I think after this, it's done. I'm sure we'll see a spiritual successor to Metal Gear in the future. Who knows? Maybe Kojima might just go over to Microsoft or over to Sony or whoever else and make a Metal Gear type of game over there. He'll call it something else like Bronze Gear or something. I'm fucking coming up with shit out of my asshole here. It doesn't really matter. But are you guys supporting the game or not? You know what? Either way, I totally understand. So anyways, guys, until next time.